I told you guys, desperate times call for desperate measures. We're going to be going back to an old flame. Do you guys ever have an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend that you can't really seem to get off your mind even 2 or 3 years later? Yeah, that's what these tier lists are for me lately because I'm stuck inside, I'm going crazy, but I wanted to have some fun and also get you guys involved as well. So what we're going to be doing is, luckily this actually exists. They have every single brand new Nike jersey for the 2020 Major League Baseball season, and we're going to go ahead and rank all of them. Now, one thing I do want to let you guys know is if this is your first tier list video, S pretty much stands for that is the #1 jersey in the entire league, so there's only going to be one. We're going to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to name my favorite, and then we'll go A, B, C, D, F. You guys know the gist of it. So if you guys want to see more ranking videos, because again, there's not really much to talk about, please let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if we get this one to 1,000 likes, I'll try and come out with another one within the next week. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and start. So coming up at the #1 spot, we have the Blue Jays. Now, I've always really liked the Blue Jays uniform. I'm excited to see what their alternate jerseys are going to look like. But for right now, again, we're just focusing on the main Nike jersey. So considering not really much has changed, it has Blue Jays with that little Toronto. I think that their jersey is a whole lot more creative than maybe even something like the Indians. The Indians are not going to fare well in today's video, but I'm going to go ahead and put the Blue Jays probably at the B or C spot. C is like, I don't really have an opinion on it, but it's not bad. So we could probably go with B, but for right now, we're going to go with C because, again, it's not really all that special. It's just really a basic jersey. So if you guys are Blue Jays fans, or if you're a fan of any ball club that I do not put in the B, A, or S, don't hate me. Okay, a lot of you guys really take these videos to heart, and you get really offended by them. Coming up next, the San Diego Padres, and I have to say, these are beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the A tier. So that could change towards the end of the video because just seeing it in my head, I can close my eyes and watch a Fernando Tatis home run from last season, and I just know that they look absolutely sick. But for right now, there's a team I have in mind that is going to make the S tier, so make sure you guys stick around for that. The San Francisco Giants, again, very basic. They're probably going to be in the same category for me as the Toronto Blue Jays. Not really much change, but I like the fact that their jerseys are not all white. It's got that tannish color, so I'm going to go ahead and put them with the Blue Jays as well. I kind of like the Giants uniform. I like the color scheme, but for me, they're on the same tier as the Blue Jays. The Cardinals are going to be my first team on the B squad. Now, I don't know if I can put them in the same category as the Padres because at least the Padres do something different. This pretty much looks like the exact same. It is pretty much the exact same uniform as previous, but they have that little Nike swoosh you guys can see over here. So if you guys agree with me on that, please let me know. But I've always liked the color schemes. I've liked the Cardinals, the bat, the fact that the numbers on the front of the jersey. They are going to be our first B. Dodgers. There's something about him. There's something about the Dodgers uniform. It is so simple, but also so unique at the same time. The white with the blue and the red number, it's just, you have to do it. So if I did not put the Dodgers in at least the A, I'd be doing something wrong. So for right now, we have the Padres and the Dodgers in the A. Just so simple and so, I love it. Then we have the Cardinals at the B, the Blue Jays and the Giants at the C spot. Again, these are just my opinions. The Chicago Cubs, I'm gonna put in the C as well. I've always liked their uniforms, but not as much as the Cardinals and definitely not as much as the Padres or the Dodgers. I could just be being biased, I don't know. The Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be in my B team. I just really like their logo. I like the yellow and the black. I love PNC Park, so maybe I'm being biased because I think that's my favorite park that I've never been to. I'm trying to go there this year once baseball is actually back, but I just really like the color scheme. I like how they put everything together. The number is on the front of the jersey as well. I really, really like that. Next up, the Seattle Mariners, I'm going to go ahead and put in the D. I've never really thought that their logo was all that great, and especially when it just says Mariners and then they have that little patch on the left side. In my opinion, I mean, it's cool. It's not awful by any means. I'm not sure if we're going to have any teams in the F tier because I don't want to be that mean. But yeah, for right now, the Mariners, just because it's so basic and I've never really was a fan of their color scheme to begin with, we're going to go ahead and put them in the D. Now, if they brought back the old school jerseys, come back, we'll talk later. The Cincinnati Reds with their number, and then you have the logo right there. Again, this one's just kind of, it's cool, but this is not their sleeveless jersey. This is not anything that they've done different in the past, so it's very basic, but I do like their colors a little bit more than the Mariners, so they're going to make the C category talking about the Cincinnati Reds. The New York Mets, I'm going to go ahead and put the Mets in the B category. It's kind of hard for me not to put them with the Dodgers because, again, their logo and their just everything about the Mets I really do like. But again, I'm trying to preserve these two categories for the cream of the crop. In my opinion, the best of the best. The Mets, they just fall. I mean, you could pretty much flip or flop, but I'm going to go ahead and leave them in the B category for right now, right behind the Pirates. The Washington Nationals, also in the B category. I wanted to put them up there. It's just, I can't do it. The number on the other side is kind of cool, kind of unique. You also have their logo right there, as well as the Nike swoosh. Just it's cool, but for me, not gonna do it. The Angels, also in the B category, so this is where you could make it in the A. I like the fact that their A has that halo swoop, so I've always been a fan of the Angels, just everything that they do. The Brewers, I'm going to put them in the A for right now because they did it best. They came swinging in 2020, and at least in 2019, their jerseys were pretty sick as well. But in 2020, man, they might be the #1 jersey going forward. So we'll have to keep that in mind. This one might be moving towards the end of the video. The Minnesota Twins, I'm gonna put them in the C, and that's not because I'm an Indians fan and I'm being biased. It's just like what have they done that's different? You know, it's just the Twins, okay? It's just like the Indians. I'm gonna talk about the Indians right now. What are we doing? We got rid of Chief Wahoo. Now, I understand that was a political thing and it had to be done. But look at the Mariners. Look at the Indians. There's nothing different. I mean, you could make a case that the Indians could be in D, or maybe even that the Mariners could be in F. But what are the Indians doing? I mean, they have a C on their hat with Indians across. I mean, it's not really doing it for me. So in my opinion, I feel like we got to get back to the drawing board and whip up another logo or something. Because yeah, it's clean. Yeah, it's simple. But in my opinion, we got to do something to get it a little bit more how do we say this? A little bit more marketable, maybe. I don't know. The Arizona Diamondbacks are going to be in the A tier. I really, really like all of their new jersey changes. I think they changed back in 2018, or it could be 2019, but it's beautiful. I love the fact that they have brand new uniforms, and it's going to be even cleaner with that Nike logo on it. The Phillies, let's go ahead and put them in the B because just like the same thing I said about the Cardinals and the Mets and the Pirates, I really like it, but it's not enough to pass some of these guys up here because the Padres pretty much brand new, the Brewers brand new, the Diamondbacks brand new, the Dodgers, they're not new, but they just look so good. And if you're a Dodgers player, you just look like a baseball player, where sometimes you look a little bit goofy. No, if you put on a Dodgers outfit, you're set. The Rangers, gotta be my #1 team for right now. So I'm gonna think about it as this video continues. Am I gonna flip-flop between the Brewers and the Rangers? I don't know, but I saw Joey Gallo in those jerseys. He did a full photo shoot. Absolutely insane, just so beautiful, so unique, so fresh. They're at my S spot right now. Rays, cool. I like the Rays as well, but I mean, it's gonna be the same story as the Blue Jays, the Twins, and everything. Just very that's all I have to say is it's nice, but it's not the best, but it's definitely not bad. The Detroit Tigers, I'm going to put them in the D spot. It's just like they got that D.
That's what she said.
We're going to continue. That's pretty self-explanatory right there. I don't know how many teams we have left. What is that, 4 or something? So we have about 10 teams left. The Rockies, I'm going to put them in the B spot because at least, even though they're doing the same thing where they have their name, they have their jersey number, everything like that, at least they have some pinstripes going up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and say that they're in the B tier. Not A, not S. Yeah, definitely not A or S. Red Sox, I've always liked the Red Sox, something about it, but for right now, considering they didn't really change anything, I know that they are a storied and a historic franchise. Just for me, even though I do like their jerseys, I'm trying to go for the most unique. I'm trying to go for the ones that have the best color schemes. While they are cool and while they are awesome, not enough for me to make it past the C tier. The Atlanta Braves, I really like the Atlanta Braves. They've redone it a couple times, and I think that they've finally found a nice color scheme and things just pop up, and they have these, what are these called, like pipings down the center of the jersey. I just really like that. I think it stands out a whole lot more than the Red Sox because, well, they're kind of the same thing, the Red Sox and the Braves. You can see that it stands out a whole lot more with the colors. It's almost like they turned up the contrast and the saturation. So good job, Atlanta Braves. The Miami Marlins, I am going to put them in the B spot as well. I don't like their new stadium, but I do really like how clean their new logo and uniforms are, especially when they wear their alternate jerseys. But for right now, the basic one will be in the B spot. The Royals, surprisingly, you guys might think I'm crazy, but they're also going to be in the B spot. I just think they're clean. They get straight to the point. It's the Kansas City Royals. If you guys did not know, there used to be an artist called Lorde, and she had a song called Royals. It was inspired by the logo and George Brett. So there's a fun little fact if you guys are doing baseball trivia at home. So the Royals will be in my B tier. The Chicago White Sox, I'm going to put them in my D tier. I know they have the logo and it's just, I don't know. I've never really liked the White Sox jerseys. That could just be me. I might be crazy or anything like that, but again, that's just my opinion. The A's are going in my A tier. Again, I might be called crazy because they have yellow, but I think they really do. They at least try to do something fun. They got the jersey number, they got the yellow and the green. I'm a big fan. So I'm gonna put the A's in the A's category. The Houston Astros, I mean, C. I mean, I'm not going to be that biased to the point where it's like, F you Astros, I'm going to put you down here in the F category. Because I do think that when you're wearing them, it actually doesn't look too horrible, but it doesn't look that great. So they could probably go in the D. But they'll probably end up in the C category as well. I do like the blue and the orange. We have the Baltimore Orioles. Not bad. I've always liked the Orioles jerseys as well. I like the orange. I like the black. I think it accents very well. I do miss seeing Adam Jones in that Baltimore Orioles uniform. But even when you're watching Chris Davis go 0 for 56, he doesn't look that bad doing it. And then last but not least, I don't know how it turned out this way, the New York Yankees, they gotta be in my A category. When you wear those pinstripes, you are representing baseball and its history. And in my opinion, just that clean logo, no jersey number on the front, you got the pinstripes, you are rocking the New York Yankees franchise. And say what you want about them, yes, they might be the big evil empire, but for me, I don't mind them. I'm a big Aaron Judge guy. I really like Giancarlo Stanton. I like Clint Frazier, Mike Tauchman, so they're kind of growing on me. So we'll see about that. But please, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, did I make any mistakes? Again, don't take this personal. A lot of people, a lot of keyboard warriors, oh my god, the Twins are really good and you just hate them because you're an Indians fan. Nope, I am just going off the aesthetic of the jersey. Now, did I pick the right S tier? The Rangers are going to be my number 1, and I would say the Brewers and the Padres are going to be my kind of tied for second place. I don't want to flip-flop, but the more I look at them, like that Brewers one is so crispy. But let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys want to see more tier list videos, please let me know, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.